Hello and welcome back to another CSI gaming video. I am Steve Jr. and tonight we'll be doing another Digimon opening. We have a Digimon starter deck, Cactus Blue. We're lucky enough to get our hands on one of these guys here. So we have a bit of a deck list as far as contents here. A brief overview on the back. The package includes one 54 card deck, 2 memory gauges, 2 index cards, and one version 1.0 booster pack. So let's go ahead and get into it. I did not expect, honestly, the Digimon TCG to blow up as much as it did here, but I was able to head out with some friends tonight to a LGS in the area, and we had probably a good 20 people at one point just interested in anything and everything Digimon. Another thing is, if you guys can manage to track down any of these starter decks in the area or your area, these things are like gold at the moment. From now until the initial release date in January, we were told that we'd be getting no more product. And due to the pandemic, now we have been told that all of these starter decks may be unavailable until some point in February or March. So these retail for about $10. The blue deck itself is currently going for $35 to $45. And then if you can manage to track down a red deck, oh my god, those are ridiculous. I believe I saw a guy selling some today for $60 a piece. And the yellow decks are going for about the $25 to $30 range. So we have our blue starter deck here. Starting out with our Digi Eggs, we have Tatsumon. This Digimon gets 1000 DP while battling an opponent's Digimon that has no Digilution cards. So we have 4 of the Tatsumon. We have Gamamon at 4. Just a regular vanilla level 3. We have 4 of our Gabumons. Has the inherit skill to trash the Digilution card at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon with a level 5 or less. So that's good to rip out some of those inherent Digi Eggs or level 3 skills that they might have. We have 4 of our vanilla Bearmon, 3 play cost, 0 to Digivolve. Getting into our level 4s, we have 4 Ikakumon, a 4 cost level 4, 5000 DP. 2 level 4 Gurumons. So we have the inherit skill to trash the Digilution card at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. We have 4 Grizzlymons. This is our blocker of the blue deck. So when an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may suspend the Digimon to force the opponent to attack this card instead. However, if you choose to attack with it on your turn, you must pay 2 memory to attack. Getting into our level 5s, we have 4 Weregurumons, So, where Garurumon is on your turn, while your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards on it, this Digimon gains security attack +1. So you get that extra security hit on your opponent. We have 4 Zudamons. So when you Digivolve this card, you trash 2 Digivolution cards at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. We have a Policiomon, 2 of those guys. Metal Garurumon. When attacking, unsuspend once per turn, unsuspend this Digimon. So you get to swing twice with that guy. For our trainers, we have Matt Ishida. One of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. At the start of your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory. Use security skill to play this card without paying its memory cost, if it is milled from your security deck. So, we have 4 Hammer Sparks, a free gain 1 memory. We have 4 Sorrow Blue. Choose one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. That Digimon cannot attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. Have 2 Kaiser now. So, choose a Digimon Digivolution card placed under one of your Digimon and play it as another Digimon without paying its memory cost. That's a great one when you're going into your level 6s or your level 7s. Maybe going into an Omnimon, being able to replay your Mega for free. We have 2 Cactus Breath. Return one of your opponent's Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all of the Digivolution cards of that Digimon. So that pretty much rounds out our starter deck. You have your 2 life gauges and your cards telling you how to play the game. Give me 1 second to get this cleaned up here, and we'll get into that pack. So we got to play test against a bunch of stuff today. For a good, probably 7 or 8 hours. Had a ton of people hanging out, playing, discussing the possible future of the Digimon meta. And it's a very enlightening day. We learned a lot. Hopefully we'll be able to share some deck profiles and stuff with you guys here in the near future. So we have our 1.0 booster pack. 187 types in total, 69 commons, 50 uncommons, 45 rares, 20 super rares, and 3 secret rares. Now, ideally, what we would love to pull out of this pack, this guy right here, our Omnimon. But let's see what we get. I can tell you all personally, I hate these pull tabs. They never go down the entire length of the pack. Alright. So we got something shiny back there, so we at least have a super rare. So, our last card, we have our life gauge counter. Alright. So we have our Mushroomon. A Sierra-samon. We are actually currently playing yellow, and I've got to tell you all, this guy comes in clutch. I highly recommend playing 4 of him. He has the jamming skill, so when this Digimon attacks your opponent's security pile, he is not deleted if he is lower than your opponent. Blade of the True. Trigger, draw 1 card from your deck for every 2 security cards that you have. A Leomon. If you have 3 or more memory, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. A Akuamon. I'm going to butcher that. Akuamon has the inherited skill. When this Digimon declares an attack on an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, you gain 1 memory. Were-Garurumon, with the inherited skill, once per turn, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon to suspend or unsuspend this Digimon. A Frigemon has jamming. This Digimon cannot be deleted in security attacks. A Devimon. We played against a purple deck today that just absolutely abuses Devimon. So the retaliation skill, when this Digimon is deleted after losing a battle, you can delete the Digimon it was battling. So you can essentially go into a Devimon, attack into your opponent's high-level Digimon or high DP Digimon, and get rid of any nuisances for free. A Magnadramon, another very good card in yellow. On play, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, you trigger recovery +2, so you place the top 2 cards of your deck onto your security pile. When attacking, you may play a level 3 or lower Digimon card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Hyandramon, decent level 6 black. A Caramon, another decent black. The inherited skill, when you play another Digimon with the same name as this Digimon, draw 1 card from your deck. Well, let's get to our super rare. It is a 11. There we go. A Leopardramon. When digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digivolution card of one of your Digimon cards as another Digimon without paying its memory cost. On your turn, all of your level 4 or lower Digimon gain jamming and cannot be deleted in battles against security Digimon. It's a nice addition to our blue deck there. So, we did learn another couple of things today. As far as the Dash Pack cards that you receive when buying boxes, for every 12 packs that you receive at your local LGS store, you should be receiving 1 Dash Pack if they have any in stock. They definitely flew away where we are. There are 5 cards in that set. They are alternate arts of cards that are printed in the set. So you have Metal Seadramon. He is a tech card that a lot of people are playing in several decks at the moment. He is blue, so he does allow you to digivolve into an Omnimon. So there were several people playing other colors aside from blue and red, and teching in Metal Seadramon, and then teching in Omnimon as well. So on play, you return up to 2 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to their hands, and trash all of the Digivolution cards on that Digimon. On your return, this Digimon cannot be blocked by your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. So if they play a blocker straight from their hand just by paying cost without digivolving it, they cannot block this card. We have a Machinedramon. So he is a level 6 with blocker, 11,000 DP. Pretty big booty there. So he does have the blocker ability. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Digimon and force the opponent to attack this card instead. On play, you trigger 2 D-Digivolution 2 on 2 of your opponent's Digimon. trash up to 2 cards from the top of one of your opponent's Digimon. If it has no Digivolution cards or becomes a level 3 Digimon, you could not trash any more cards. We have the very big fan favorite in play today, Puppetmon. So with Puppetmon on play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. During your opponent's next unsuspend phase, none of your opponent's Digimon can unsuspend. So we were playing against a gentleman earlier who was going ahead and comboing Puppetmon with the Rosemon, you can see there in the background, and suspending a ton of Digimon and then not allowing us to play on our turn. It's a little frustrating. We have the Gabumon on play. Trigger, draw one card from your deck. So it's a nice little free draw one. And then we have Agumon. So reveal 5 cards from the top of your deck to add 1 Tamer card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So those are our 5 Dash Pack cards that we currently have made available to us in our Tier 1.0 format. From now until then, we are kind of subject to the market prices that are available. A lot of them are very high just due to a lack of supply. Because of the coronavirus, there was a initial shortage in product that was made available to stores. So you do see a ton of price gouging at the moment. As well as, with us having these 187 cards in the 1.0 box, we will be getting box 1.5 sometime in February. Box 1.5 is going to release all of the cards that we did not get from set 2 and 3. So for those of you unfamiliar, the set 1.0 booster box contains all of set 1 and specific cards from set 2 and set 3. So we will get the remainder of those cards in February. That will be changing our play format quite a bit. Right now, the majority of what we've seen playing at locals today is red and blue. Red aggro, just swinging into anything and everything. Couple of different blue builds, a couple of different yellow builds. We are playing yellow at the moment, just because that is what we had the most of, and we were able to put together. But there's a lot of really good sleeper decks out there. Black and purple, they're pretty expensive to build, but if you're able to get all of the cards for them at the moment, they're extremely good. Omnimons, I mean, those are basically anyone that has one to sell is not having a problem finding a buyer. I believe the original art Omnimon that we have sitting here in the binder is sitting around 65 to 70 at the moment. And then the alternate arts I've seen selling today from anywhere from $150 to $300 per copy, just depending on how bad the person wanted them. So, with all of that being said, we will have some future Digimon product coming in within the next couple of weeks. When we receive that, we will be opening that for you guys. We have a red deck coming in, as well as a couple of boxes, a couple of dash packs, and I think we might even have a promo pack or two, but we will keep you all informed with any future updates that we see coming. They did just recently announce the release of the black, purple, and green starter decks in Japan. So we should be receiving those sometime next year. Initially, we're going to be getting our blue, red, and yellow ones that we had in our pre-release, and the ones that they will be coming out with some point in February due to the setback with the printing of those decks. I'd like to thank you all for joining us, and if you'd like any future Digimon content, please let us know down in the description box or the comments section, depending on what platform you're watching on, either Facebook or YouTube. You can go ahead and subscribe to the channel or join our Facebook page, and we look forward to talking to you all in the future. I've been Steve Jr. with CSI Gaming. Have a fantastic evening.